From the very dawn of history, humanity has gazed at the stars, at the world around them, and within themselves, asking the big questions. Why are we here? What's the point of it all? And what happens when this life ends? These questions have echoed through every civilization, sparking deep thought and creating vast, organized systems of belief. It's in this universal quest for meaning that we find two paths, often intertwined, yet distinctly different: religion and spirituality. So, what exactly is the difference? Let's start with religion. Think of it as a structured map. It's an organized system of beliefs, rituals, and rules shared by a community. Religions often have sacred texts, like the Bible, the Quran, or the Vedas, which provide guidance, history, and a moral framework. They have established places of worship, churches, mosques, temples where people gather to practice their faith together. Religion offers a sense of belonging, a shared identity, and a clear path to understanding the divine. It provides answers to those big questions, passed down through generations, offering comfort and a sense of order in a chaotic world. The community aspect is huge. It's about shared experiences, festivals, and mutual support. For many, religion is a beautiful, time-tested road to connecting with God and living a purposeful life. Now, let's talk about spirituality. If religion is the map, spirituality is the compass. It's a much more personal, individual journey. It's about your own unique connection to something bigger than yourself, whatever you perceive that to be. It could be God, the universe, nature, or a universal consciousness. Spirituality isn't necessarily tied to a specific set of rules or doctrines. It's about looking inward, exploring your own consciousness, and finding your own truth. It's about the feeling of awe you get when you watch a sunset, the sense of connection you feel while walking in a forest, or the peace you find in meditation. A spiritual person might draw wisdom from many different sources: philosophy, science, art, and even various religious traditions, without fully committing to any single one. It's a journey of self-discovery, focused on personal growth, inner peace, and living in alignment with your deepest values. You might be thinking, can't you be both? And the answer is a resounding yes. Many people consider themselves both religious and spiritual. They find a home within a religious tradition, appreciating its structure and community, while also cultivating a deep personal and spiritual connection with the divine on their own terms. Their faith gives them the framework, and their spirituality fills it with personal meaning and experience. For them, their religion provides the what and how, while their spirituality explores the why on a deeply personal level. For example, someone might attend church every Sunday, participating in all the rituals, but also find a profound spiritual connection through private prayer or meditating on the beach. The two aren't mutually exclusive. They can beautifully complement each other. On the other hand, it's also common for someone to be spiritual but not religious. These individuals often feel that organized religion can be too rigid, too dogmatic, or too focused on rules rather than the core experience of connection. They prefer to forge their own path, free from the structures and expectations of a formal institution. They might practice mindfulness, spend time in nature, or engage in acts of service as their way of connecting to something greater. Their spirituality is fluid, personal, and self-directed. It's about the relationship, not the rules. This path can be incredibly liberating, allowing for a custom-built belief system that resonates perfectly with the individual's soul. So, where do these paths lead? The goals are often surprisingly similar. Both religion and spirituality are ultimately about finding meaning, purpose, and a sense of connection beyond the everyday grind. Both encourage ethical behavior, being a good person, showing compassion, and living with integrity. They both offer ways to cope with life's challenges and to contemplate the great mysteries of existence, whether through communal prayer or solitary meditation. The aim is often to transcend the self and experience a sense of unity with something larger and more profound. It is about moving from a life focused on me to one that includes a sense of we, or even a sense of all. The core difference really lies in the approach. Religion is often seen as an external journey. You join a community. You learn the texts. You follow the practices laid out for you. It's a path that has been walked by millions before, offering a sense of security and shared wisdom. It's a we journey. Spirituality, in contrast, is an internal journey. It's about looking within, listening to your own intuition, and creating a personal practice that resonates with you. It's a me journey. One is not inherently better than the other. There are simply different ways of navigating the same fundamental human quest. Think about it like music. Religion might be like a classical orchestra. There's a conductor, a written score, and every musician plays their part in harmony to create a magnificent, time-honored piece of music. It's structured, powerful, and deeply moving through its collective effort. Spirituality, then, might be like a jazz improvisation. A musician starts with a basic theme, but then explores it freely, expressing their own feelings and creativity in the moment. It's spontaneous, personal, and unique every time. Both create beautiful music, but their methods are worlds apart. In today's world, we're seeing a fascinating shift. While traditional religious affiliation is declining in some parts of the world, interest in spirituality is on the rise. People are hungry for meaning and connection, but they increasingly want to define it on their own terms. This doesn't mean religion is disappearing, far from it, but it does mean that the conversation is expanding. We're becoming more open to the idea that there are many paths up the mountain. And what matters most is not which path you choose, but the sincerity and love with which you walk it. So, whether you find your truth in the ancient halls of a cathedral, in the quiet solitude of a forest, or in the loving community of your family, the search itself is what unites us. Religion and spirituality are two sides of the same human coin, enduring, beautiful, and deeply personal search for meaning in this vast and mysterious universe. What matters is finding what nourishes your soul, what makes you a better person, and what connects you to the wonder of existence. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration today. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Are you religious, spiritual, both, or neither? Let's continue the conversation. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel for more deep dives into the big questions of life. See you next time.